Hey, Travis, how disappointing is it to see the game slip away from you like that after the way your group had played through the first 40 minutes?
That's a tough loss. Team played very well tonight, and yeah, it was a good game. We lost. Feel bad for our guys.
Is there a lesson that you guys can take from a game like this that, even though you play a pretty good game, if you let off the gas for even 30 seconds, a good team like that can make you pay?
That's not the lesson. So
next up, let's go to Ben Kuzma.
Hey, Travis, there was so much to like, especially through 40 minutes. You probably run out of fingers trying to count them all. What did you like the most? I mean, obviously, you played direct, you played hard, there was symmetry. There was just so much. What did you make of that first 40 minutes, and what did you like the most?
We played with a lot of urgency tonight. I think that looked more like the team that we want to be. I don't know if we could have played any better in the first two periods, and probably deserved to be up more than being a tied game. But sometimes when it's not going your way, that happens, and you can play a really good game and not get the result you want. And sometimes when you're winning, we talked about this the other day, I don't know if it was you or not, Kuz, but you might play a bad game and still win. So it's definitely something to build off tonight. I was happy with our team's game tonight. I wasn't happy that we lost, but it resembled a lot more of what the team we want to be. And that's a good team over there. They can strike fast and quick, and that's what they did.
Thanks, Travis.
Let's go to Ian McIntyre, please.
I know it's more validation when you win a game after playing well than losing, but do you think tonight is a reminder to guys that if they bring that kind of intensity and effort, they're going to be in a lot more games than they have been recently?
For sure. Like I said earlier, I thought our urgency in our game was where it needed to be. I do think the practice helped us. It was very obvious in our game on some of the things that we got to work on, that it was effective. And it'll be good for our group to get home and get a day off. It's been a long time since we've had more than one day between games, and we can get another good practice under our belt and hopefully, take something positive out of this game.
And what Braden said after last game, it was almost like a call to arms. Like, if you want to have a chance in this league, you have to respond. Was basically his message. Do you think this could be a coming together point? This, from the end of last game through to this game, and we'll see how you do on Thursday. But could this be a turning point?
Well, you'd hope so. I think we've been talking to our team about, there's a certain identity that we want to have, that we think we are. And we've had open dialogue with our group about what kind of team we think we need to be. And, it's one thing to say it, you got to go out and do it. And I thought this was one of our better efforts of the year, and not just better efforts, but it looked more like the team that we want to be.
Next, let's go to Farhan Malji. Go ahead, Farhan.
Travis, as you mentioned, a lot of great things in the first 40 minutes, and you, I'm sure, knew they were going to push in the third. Was it just a case of them doing that and being a talented team, or were there some things that maybe you didn't do as well as you did in the first 40?
We made a couple turnovers that we didn't like. I thought the first two periods we didn't really make any turnovers, maybe one when we were trying to make a play. We made a couple, one inside our blue line in the third, one in the neutral zone. And it's funny, we talk about details all the time. We take a route that we don't like on a forecheck and they get a clean breakout, and we get a little unlucky when Ole falls into the net. And all of a sudden the puck's in the back of the net again, and a small off on one detail on our face off. And it's a good lesson that way. We talk about those little things that matter all the time. And, for the most part, our details were, as good as you can be. But when you play a team like that, it's one little thing can be off and they make you pay for it. And To be honest, we probably should have scored a few more goals tonight. Thought their goalie played well. And, but again, that's a game you can build off of. There's a lot of good teaching moments, not just in the game, but over the last few days with our group. And you definitely don't ever feel good about winning. But when you've been in a rut and played the way we have, you've got to hang your hat on something. And we took a step tonight in playing the way we want to, and we need to take another step again.
Young players I wanted to ask you about, you mentioned Ole there, but also Justin Bailey. They seem pretty noticeable for a lot of the right reasons. Could you assess their play?
Yeah, I thought that was Ole's best game of the year. Just, it's funny when a young guy sits out and he gets a chance to just watch the game, work on certain things in practice, and really watching it from above and watching the things that we've been talking about with him. You can see him apply it tonight. I thought Bailey's speed was evident tonight. He's a big body. I liked his game. I thought Gaudette gave us a good game as well tonight. Looked more like the Gaudette of old that we were accustomed to seeing, and it was a good step for all three of those players.
With our last couple of questions here, let's go to Jeff Patterson.
Travis, what can you tell us about Tyler Motte and just the extent of his injury and perhaps some sort of time frame?
Yeah, he's going to be out for a while. He's got a lower body injury, and I don't know exactly how long, but he won't be back in the next week or so, that's for sure.
You have spoken about him at length when we've asked you, but now that you're going to be without him, he leads your team in hits, his motor's always running. I mean, how big a loss is that for you?
It is a big loss. He's been having a good year. Obviously he's been scoring as well, but not just that. He brings a lot of other details to our game, speed. He's dependable, can count on him. I can really use that line in a checking role with him on it. So we're going to miss Motte, but it's going to give opportunity to someone else, and hopefully they can take advantage of it.